beautiful island of Hawaii. I am heading for a car wash and I just wanted to come on and say hi to you guys before I start the rest of my day, which is the second half of my day. I came on earlier, got up this morning, I did a little bit of gig. Y'all know this is my second week back with you guys, so I'm enjoying that. But as I'm heading to get a car wash, I said, let me come on to check in with you guys. So, hello, Tuesday. Hope all is well with you. Hope you guys are getting everything that you need and deserve this Tuesday, because I sure am looking after every little thing. Ooh, ooh. And we're going to make the best of it, okay? But yes, guys, coming back on from my hiatus, as I was mentioning to you guys, it's definitely a different little feel, okay? I know YouTube is something you got to get back into. Hello, Brother John. How are you? Welcome to Life with Paulette. Here is Reset Tuesday. I am feeling a little bit overstretched today. I guess this whole entire week was just one of those days where you start up and you're like, okay, we're going to have a great day. And then all of a sudden, everything that you could think of just went left, okay? Well, hello, Sugar Ronnie. Girl, it's been a minute. How you doing, sister? Hope all is well with you. It's been a minute. And I know I've been a minute that I was AWOL, MIA for a little bit, but I'm back, guys. Just here trying to get on that little choo-choo, put one foot in front of the other and try your best to make the best out of your day. And that's what I'm doing right now. I started up this morning on Lyft, and I had a few conversations that I was like, wow. Everybody came in my car was like, oh, you would imagine my day. They started off their conversation like that. You wouldn't imagine my day. And I'm having I'm making the best of it. So I'm here to say, when I was finished up with the third ride, I said, you know what? That's going to be my new thing. We're going to make the best of it. So how your day coming along? How's your reset coming along? Are you hitting all your goals for this week or last week or for the last whatever amount of time that you guys been, working through whatever you're going through? I know life is lifing. Life is lifing right now, guys. I don't know about you guys, but life has been lifing, Paulette, okay? I came back and I'm still jet lagged. I'm still trying to work my way through and figure out this thing called life. We are definitely trying our best to say, you know what, today's gonna be a good day, tomorrow's gonna be even better. And I think it's all about the thought process that you have towards, your day or your week. And I see myself as having an amazing day, an amazing week, because that's what I'm speaking into existence. I know, but that's just a thought process that you want to have, where with all that you're going through, you just can think about the positive portion of it instead of just focusing on the negative, okay? So like I was mentioning to you guys earlier, when I woke up this morning, I just felt like, I was on my last little candle, just breathing through the day. And then all of a sudden, guys, every Lyft ride I had was somebody just not so much complaining, but just trying to work out whatever they were going through. And I said to them, life be life in it. And they were in agreement, like, yeah, life be life in. And you're not the only one that's going through something. You're not the only one that's going through something. Just the other day, I got a call in regards to, family members. You all know how those family members are, but then I just said, count it all joy. Count it all joy. Certain things that you're going to go through, certain things that you are going through right now, don't always look at it as something negative, even though you can't see the positive yet, but just know that you're being protected or shielded by something or through something that's guiding you until you can get where you have to go. And sometimes you don't never see the other side. You can be like, I've been drowning for the last month, Lord. What are you trying to show me? I can't see the shores. We tend to ask these questions a lot of time. And I'm one of those where I like to ask questions, and I be asking like, okay, how many times you gonna make me drown in that same water? And then you hear on the other side, well, if you would just swim through it. That's Actually, that's the word of the day. Swim through it. Okay? Don't stay there and say, I'm drowning. Who stays there and say, I'm drowning, I'm drowning? You're gonna fight for your life, right? So this life that we're in right now, I think every one of us are fighting for something. We're fighting for a life to get through to the other side. And we got to swim ashore. Yes, you're gonna have the guidance. We have all the equipment that we need to get to the shores. The problem is that some of us, we're fighting so much that we're drowning ourselves. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going through this car wash. Come on, car wash. You didn't. You read me. Okay, there you go. I'm telling you. So I'm in this car wash here. It's unlimited, all you can. And I can go in there 3 to 4 times a day. However, though, you got to scan yourself. You got to go through the process. Oh my gosh, isn't that awesome? To get through the car wash, I have to go through the process of scanning my plates, I guess. They have it embedded into the system. So every time you want to get that unlimited car wash, you have to go through the process. And I just came to a little, a little ding ding. You imagine that when we're going through life, right? And life is lifing us. And we're like, we're praying, right? We're going through this process. And then all of a sudden, you get to that point where you feel like you're in that chokehold. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold that thought before I forget it. You're going through this chokehold, right? And then you're like, Lord, can you see me? You're not seeing me. I'm praying. I'm doing this. I'm doing the other thing. I'm fasting. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what you mean. Fasting and praying and fasting and praying for something, right? And then all of a sudden, guys, most of us don't want to go through that process. Okay? And that was an example just now where to get to the car wash, even though everything is unlimited, I couldn't just go through. I have to go through the process. And right now, you all see, I got scanned at the beginning. Then you have to go and they're going to direct you, directions, when you're bumping up against the wall in your normal life, when things are not going your way, you're just bumping here, bumping there to try and push through, but you still continuously go through. Did you all see me turn back around in the car wash and say, I'm not scanning? And guess what? If I didn't scan, I couldn't get through, right? So that's the same thing with life. If you're going through something, it's not just going to disappear. You got to go through the process. And sometimes our process and our learning lessons is so hard. It's so hard. Sometimes you think about like, why do I have to go through this 2 million times, Lord? Like, I already been there. Why am I going through it again? It's because it's part of the process. That's where you're going to get your strength from when you go through the thresholds and you're crushing up against everything that's throwing at you. You're just going through it, right? So we must learn to push through the process. Everything has a process. Whatever prayer that you're praying for right now, there's process. There's a process. You're not going to just get it through osmosis. You got to pray for it, right? And sometimes we're praying for the wrong thing. We're praying for the wrong thing. We're praying to the Lord to remove it from us. No. I don't want the Lord to remove my lessons. I want him to help me understand how I can push through those lessons so that I can get to the other side. Because if I don't go through life when life is lifing, I can't learn. So when I see it coming again, I can try my best to smudge around it to be like, okay, if I go left, last time I left, I got hit in the head. I don't want to go left. I want to go right, Lord. And sometimes when you want to go left and the devil wants you to go right, and then all of a sudden everything on the right just looks so perfect, right? And then you look on the left, the little place that the Lord is setting you, it looks so like old, and the cobwebs and everything where you feel you're going to have to do extra work. You don't want to go through there because it's too much work to go through, so much process. Well, we must learn to go through the cobwebs and dig the rocks. And I hope, guys, if you're hearing all that extra noise, it is the car wash. I'm going through the car wash. Y'all know how I am when it comes to my gig. I don't want nobody coming in my car be looking like it just came out of the junkyard. You got to make sure you get yourself together. So I'm prepping myself. But in the process of me prepping myself, I'm talking to you guys in regards to getting through the process. So the car wash scenario that I just said to you guys, that is my life. And I think everybody's life, they got to go through that process to get to the other side. It could be in your finances. It could be in your job. It could be anything in life, guys. Anything in life that you are either at a stop, You could probably be at a yield sign. You can be either at a standstill, which is the yield sign meaning you stop and then you proceed. At a standstill meaning that you're at that stop sign. You're just waiting for the Lord to give you a sign. Some of us has been there waiting for that sign for a long time. And I'm here to tell you guys, if you guys are waiting for a sign, good luck. Because you're not working through the process to figure out what's the next step. You cannot get to the other side if you don't know that you got to swim. We got to swim. Hello there. Hello, Sister Tanya. How are you today? Hope all is well with you. Miss Jackson. Hello there. Hope all is well. Welcome to Life with Paulette. Today it's Reset Tuesday, and I was just reminiscing on resetting our thought process when it comes to being at a standstill. Learning how to push through life, how to not give up, how to swim across to the shores, even though you're drowning out there. And we all have something that we are stuck at. It could be that bad little attitude that most of us have. It could be, that spirit of spending that most of us probably have. It could be that a jealous spirit that you have. It could be anything that you have that is holding you back, and you're just waiting for the Lord to remove it. Let me tell you something. You got to put the work in. You have to put the action in order for God to activate, so you can get that assistant to push to the other side. I can sit there and I can sit, like I mentioned earlier, I don't want him to just take away my burden and my stress and my process. I want to learn to go through that process so that I'll be able to figure out when I'm stuck again, how can I unstuck myself? Okay? And that is one thing where I've gotten to the conclusion of trying to learn not to pray the pain away. I want to learn how to withstand the process through the pain in order to gain strength so that I can survive next round. Because life is not going to just happen one time and we're like, okay, I learned those lessons and everything come in a combo. No, it don't. Today you could be on your best positive. Everything could be going perfect. Life could be going perfect. Finance could be going perfect. That's why, when pastors preach, he always talk about counting it all joy. Count it when it's good and count it when it's bad. You still count it all joy, because you just never know when that one day, that one moment, things can change in like a twinkling of an eye. Things is changing, And like I was talking in regards to my health and fitness. When I started my health and fitness, guys, the reason that I did push through and decide, you know what, I'm going to just make a change, it wasn't that it came out of osmosis. It was because I got a little knock with my results. And it's like, you are one step away from diabetes. You choose. Do you want to keep chewing? Do you want to keep overeating and stuffing yourself that you sick before you get to bed? You're just so stuffed you can't barely breathe and you're going to bed? Do you want continue to gain another 40, 50 pounds? Or do you want to figure out how you're going to work on yourself so you can get yourself healthy and live a little bit longer for your kids? For those that don't know, I have a special needs son that's going to be with me for the rest of my life, and I came to grips with that. That was when life was really life for me at the beginning, and I was in denial. And I was like, oh no, he's going to start doing this and he's going to start doing this. And as the years went by, 17 years later, I was coming to the agreements, you know what? It is what it is. This is it. That's my special needs child, and that's my blessing. And I'm going to count it all joy. And the moment I should crumble, and everybody must stop because Paulette's going through it right now because she's got news that her child is going to, sorry about that. If you guys I don't know, after a few minutes, my phone is just acting like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? So if it's reconnecting or it's muted, just know that, I apologize for that. But I was just saying, in that moment, guys, I had to come to the conclusion of accepting my gift. And my special needs son, I don't look at it as, oh, you got to feel sorry for me. That's my blessings. And I look at him as a gift from God. And he's the best. I would never change it for known as joy, But in that moment in time, when you're not used to it and you're thinking about yourself, I'm thinking it's him carrying the last name and going down for generation to generation. And then I had to come to the conclusion that, I may not have our last name go down in history, you know. Our last name stops with him because he's my special needs child. Now, my daughter, you know, I have a daughter, you know, I have two, a son and a daughter. My daughter, she's smart as a so. But you know, like anything, she's gonna want to probably carry her husband's last name and give them their time. I had to come to the grips that my son made. You know, it is what it is. And I'm good with that, guys. I've come a long way. Okay, it was many times when I would be crying because I'm worried, like, oh my God, why me? Why all the family had their kids and why mine's my only son would not be able to carry the family name? Like, why? And like, and now I don't think like that. I'm like, why not? I'm the only soldier in this little family circle that could have handled it. My other family member wouldn't be able to handle that. The Lord is going to place the right blessings in your life that you need. Not what you think you need, but what you need. So the strength that I had to endure having a special need child, my other family member would not be able to do it. Not only was it mentally, emotionally too much, but financially, not everybody could handle a special need child. And let me tell you something, like I mentioned to you guys, I was like, Lord, I see what you say, count it all joy. I've never questioned him after. I questioned one time, and that was when I was going through it. I had to accept my gift. I accepted my gift. This is what it is. This is what I'm giving you, Paulette. And if you accept this, I'm going to open this for you. I didn't know I was going to get a second child because at that moment in time, I was thinking about just the one child, you know. And all of a sudden, when I start swimming to shores, you know, I was like, okay, I'm drowning. I'm in the middle of the ocean. I'm fighting and the accepting of a special needs child. And Lord, all I need for you to help me get ashore. Help me to get to the shore. And all of a sudden, I started to see the knowledge start to come. Guess what, Paulette? You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, and you swerve it all about. And that's how you see I got ashore. So sometimes we have to go and question. You're going to have to question sometimes. Lord, why? Why are you doing this to me? And sometimes He's going to answer you right away. Sometimes it's going to take a minute. But every time you pray about it and you ask your question, you make sure that you have enough patience to wait for it. Because many times we don't want to hear the answer. I wanted to hear 17 years ago today, the answer I wanted to hear is, after strenuous therapy, he's going to be just fine. And he's going to boom, boom. You know, you always be looking for this transformation, like Transformers. And let me tell you guys, the rude awakening was, no, this is your blessing. You will take it or you will take it. It weren't no leaving behind. And let me tell you guys, I started swimming. And now that I'm on shore, my son is 17 years old. Happy child. I mean, he's such a joy to be around, and it's so much extra joy when you have people could come up to you and tell you, man, you should be teaching all the other kids in the school, which is the entire special needs area, or these kids how to behave, because your child, if I didn't know he had a special need, I would have never known he was a special need kid. He's respectable. He's kind. He's just everything I always wanted. That's all. That's all I've always wanted, was for him to be a joy when he leaves my side, and other people can see the beauty and knowing that not just he's maybe a little bit different, but he's still a human being, and he still portrays all the beautiful traits. Some of you guys out there, not even special need, and love to act like you special needs, doing all kind of craziness, making dumb decisions, you know what I'm talking about. But then to get good report, in regards to your child, it definitely is a good feeling. And both of my kids, I get good reports on. They're like, you never treated him any indifference. How I get a lot of questions of, they notice my daughter and my son has such a beautiful relationship. Um, okay, let me see. Oh, my daughter and my son has such a beautiful relationship. And a lot of time people will be like, how did that happen? Prayer. Because I had a special need kid 4 years without a sibling. And I prayed and I said, Lord, when he get a sibling, or if you bless me with a second child, I pray that she could understand her brother is special. So from a young age, I would show her, I would take her to the therapy with me, that one day she's like, Mommy, why you spend, she was 3 years old, and she said, Mommy, you put all your energy in Jaden, and what about me? And she cried, and I cried with her because I didn't know how to answer her. I didn't know how to answer her, and I started to educate her. I said, you need to be educated on, this is your brother, and guess what? He is the oldest one right now. But guess what? When you hit a certain age, you're going to be his executive, because you're going to have to be the one that has to be trained. So when he goes out independently to do what he has to do, you're going to have to be overseeing him for the rest of your life too. Would you like that? And all of a sudden their relationships start to build. Their relationships start to become so magically beautiful. And right now he's 17 and she is 13, and they have a beautiful relationship. She already knows her brother. He helps her, she helps him. He's the big brother, she is the baby sister, but then yet she also takes the role of big sister. Most when it comes to lunch, she can make his lunch. Sometimes he make her lunch, and I've taught them from a young age that is only them two. Mommy having the third one, no, unless God just decide to place that third child up inside, that's gonna be the Lord. However, though, it's only two of you guys, so you guys have to understand each other. He knows that he needs assistance, and I always showed him at a young age, don't be scared to ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help. I tell my daughter, don't close your eyes when you see that he may need a little assistance. Because as kids get older, most of the time, especially if they have a special need kid, they start getting, not so much, I don't want to say embarrassed, but it becomes like you get bullied by other teenagers and friends. Like, oh my God, he can't do this or he can't do that. And you feel intimidated now. You got to act a certain way. I'm like, don't play that game. You made sure when things happen like that, you step up for your brother, because you already know, right? And the good thing is, thank God we never had that issue. But when you have a special need kid and you have another kid that is normal, you make sure that they know that it's only them. Don't be taking sides about, well, he's special, or want him to feel bad because of, he don't even, my son, I'm gonna tell you, my son don't even know he's special. He know he's special because I would tell people, he has special needs, but he's a normal kid going around his normal way. We had the beautifulest conversation the other day. I had to pull my husband over. I was like, babe, Jaden had one of the longest conversations with me, telling me about, he was daydreaming, and all of a sudden, I was like, daydreaming? Where did he get these big words from? Kids, you think one thing of your special need kid, and that time they're smarter than you most of the time, okay? So don't ever take them for granted. But I know I went on a tangent, but I just want you guys to know that we all have life that's being lifing with us. We're going through something. I just share a little bit of story with you guys in regards to me and my little situation that I won't call a situation now because I count it all joy. But I just want you all to know that things that's intimate like that, where you have a special need kid and how you're maneuvering that, how you still got to push through. We still got to swim through the shore without giving up, without letting ourselves down. Because I feel like most of the time we say we fail at something is because we quit. So we get confused with failure and quitting. And I don't ever want to be the one to quit. I want to push through. I want to learn how to swim through to the shores instead of just giving up and self-sabotaging myself. So with all the extra stuff that's going on in life, with all the pricing, with the finances, with the probably relationship that you may have, just know that you're going to have a little bit of good, bad, and the ugly. Encounter it all joy and learn to swim through the shores. Don't just stay there stuck at a stop sign, okay? Life is something that we must learn to yield and then wait for the right timing for things, and then you move forward. Wait for the right timing. When you feel stuck, you yield, wait for the right timing, and you got to learn to maneuver. Don't be looking for no popcorn answers. It's not going to happen. I waited 17 years to finally understand when I see my daughter and my son interact. That was the prayer that I asked for. I just wanted him to know that he wasn't alone, and I wanted her to know to make sure you throw an eye at your brother. Yes, he's going to be independent in the future. If something happened to me or his father, he got himself together, but I need you to be educated enough to be able to manage his assets, okay? So that's what we talk about with my daughter. So when she don't want to go to school, or she's fighting us, or we're having moments where she's like, I don't want to do this, and I was like, girl, you better learn math. You better learn how to read all those little fine prints, because your brother have this going for him, and you got to make sure that he's going to be good to go. So you prep them, you educate them, you make sure that they're aware that it's going to be both of y'all, and y'all got to take care of each other, because mommy and daddy's not going to be around all the time. And sometimes that conversation is very tearful, okay? It's very tearful, especially for all you special needs moms. You know what I'm talking about. And some of you special needs mom have kids that needs more assistance than mine. My son is very independent. He already learned all his structure. He follows a plan on a daily basis. So he's trained to be very independent. He can shower himself. He can tidy himself up. He can make sure he do all the extra things to survive. He could, if you see ain't no food, he know how to hit that microwave, and he know how to ask questions if he need any assistance. Okay? So he have survival skills. That's what we teach our special need kid. However, though, if push come to shove, already introducing them to the family members. He has 3 generations already lined up. Okay, if my mom ain't there, we got my sister. If the sister ain't there, I got the other sister. If that sister is not there, I got the brother. If that brother's no longer around, I have the other one. I go through the whole line, and then I cross over to their kids. Everybody's on the will. And by the way, make sure you have a living will and you have a debt will. Okay? Think about that. Especially, you don't even have to have special need kids. If you're a mother with kids, all your assets, don't wait till you die for your kids to be bickering over. Share it, give it to them while you're living. Don't give them nothing after you die, or help them that they can get their own, so you don't have to worry. You could give yours and contribute yours to society, because you prep your kids up to the point where they can create their own asset. They don't need yours. But sometimes, most of us, we don't do a lot of preparations, okay? We just go there and say, Billy Bob and Billy Bill, y'all figure it out after I'm gone. And you have sisters and brothers like going at each other because mommy left me the bed. No, mommy left me the china closet. And they're fighting and fussing after mommy gone. How about mommy give you that china closet set now? Put your name on it, okay? Put your name on it. Don't wait until you go for your kids to be pulling guns. Well, I can't say that on YouTube, I don't think. But doing all of this and trying to and hate each other because mommy left me the china closet, but Sandy decided that she wanted it because it fit her house better than yours because you didn't have a house. Because parents didn't taught you how to create your own, or you just didn't want to learn. Which one? Figure it out. 6, 7. Okay? But yes, that's what I'm saying is proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Don't wait until after you leave in order for these kids to be fussing and fighting with each other. Give your kids what you have to give them while you're living. Place assets in their names from now and educate them on it to understand the value and importance of having thy own. Okay? So that's where we're at. I think I'm going to leave this conversation at that. Let me go through here. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming in and making sure that you give this a thumbs up, support Life with Paulette. We appreciate you guys that come on Tuesday, Thursdays, occasionally on a Saturday, maybe a Sunday. If I do come on the weekends, it's going to be talking about gig, but right now I am gigging. I'm about to start again. And I wanted to make sure that I had come on and talk to you guys for 2 seconds. Miss Jackson, she said, amen, so true. Miss Jackson said, I've recently started saying, Lord, what do you want me to get out of this? Yes, perfect way of wording it. That's the way it is. Most of the time, we're so used to taking the burden, Lord, take the burden, take your burden. And we pray for him to release the burden. No, we don't want to release the burden. We want to be able to know how to withstand the burden so we can learn for what he's teaching us, so we can survive on the other side. That's it. That's the game. That is the game. Don't take it. Teach me how to survive and withstand, so when it pop up again, I'll be able to bob and weave. Got to be able to know how to bob and weave. Miss Jackson say, thank you for saying that. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. Amen. And greetings, sister. Glad to catch you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming in, Redeem Woman Diaries. Oh, nice. Nice. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in. I know this is my 30 minutes is over, guys. That's how much I've talked. I don't want to have long videos. I feel like you drain and drag out. I want to give you guys my daily authenticity, of what's happening in my day. And today, because I had such a long 3 rides with people just talking about life was lifing them, and they were going through so much, but yet they were pushing through, and they used the word as well, push through. And I thought, let's talk about that. Let's talk about push through, because every day we're thinking we're the only one. We're not the only one struggling, guys. Guess what? Everybody's going through it. Count it all joy. Count it all joy. It's all right. Count it all joy. Good, bad, ugly, indifference, count it all joy. Your 1 tooth friend, your 2 teeth friend, your 3 missing tooth friend, good, bad, and indifference, count it all joy. And by the way, don't forget to reach out to your friends and family today. Just check in. Check in. Have you checked in lately with your family and friends? Have you spoken to that cousin that you didn't speak to since last year or 20 years ago because you just felt like they took your candy and you wasn't and that situation wasn't resolved, so you're speaking to them no more? Guess what? Guess who is being stressed about that? Only you. Because that cousin probably didn't even know that she took your candy or he took your candy, because it was never a conversation to be had. So forgive, let go, and let God. I love you guys. God bless each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for coming in and sharing your thoughts. If you have any thoughts in regards to what I talk about, please comment about it. I love it. I would love to hear your point of view. If you have any special need kids, please let me know, so that we will, this is how we connect here. I'm just spilling out my heart to you guys. Y'all haven't seen my ugly cry yet, because I did that at the beginning, not this video, but when I started my YouTube videos, because I just wanted to be authentic with you guys. I wanted to show you guys that we laugh, we cry, we're gonna be loud on this side. Life with Paulette, girl, life be lifing, okay? And we be pushing through over here. So if you're in your survival mood, don't give up nor give in. We're gonna push through together. Okay, come on, let's swim over here. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, just go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you, Redeem Woman Diaries, for stopping by and showing some love over here. Thank you so much, Miss Jackson, John, Sister Tanya, Sugar Ronnie. It's such an honor and pleasure to see you here again, since I haven't seen you for so long. And Life with Paulette, we're back off of our hiatus that we did for 2 months. And I just want to say, y'all have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on Health and Fitness Thursday. So You all better come on, put on your tennis shoes. Let's get to walking. Let's get to moving, because we need to work on this extra pounds that we all have on our bodies. We need to figure out how to burn that thing off. Okay, because I'm tired of being fluffy. Okay, I don't like being fluffy over here. No, sir. We don't want to be fluffy. I am 40 pounds plus that I've lost. So if you guys are just coming in, this ain't it. Okay, you all go back. You'll be seeing a whole bunch of little piglet video like that, where Paulette was just out of control, but I made a decision because the doctor did knock on my door, and my hubby said, it's not the dryer, honey, it's you. Oh, that man, I love him dearly though. This year we're gonna have 24 years of marriage to the same person, girls. To the same person. I love that man, even though he told me that I was fluffy in a nice way. But I love him anyway, okay? That's my maid, okay? Anyhow, thank you guys so much. Love you too, Redeem. Miss Jackson say, thank you. Glad I caught your live today. I don't have special needs children, but I work with them and their families. Amazing, amazing. Well, Miss Jackson, we could talk. You could share some tips with us too, Help us understand. I'm still learning, and I'm very teachable and open for any suggestion when it comes to the special needs community, because we need to talk about this more. I think we don't open up too much because most of us are still struggling to accepting. I think a lot of people is having struggles with accepting and not ready. And not everybody's special need kid is on the same level. Some kids are needing more attention than others, but God bless all of them. They're all joys, they're all blessings, and we love them all, don't we? Okay? And thank you for serving in a special need community, because it takes a special person and patience, lots of patience in order to deal with special need kids. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm out. I love y'all. Deuces. I bid you good eve, guys. I'll see you guys.